Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix as the titular character, Napoleon Bonaparte. Also starring Vanessa Kirby, one of my favourite actresses at the moment, who's been brilliant in The Crown. And it's directed by the one and only Ridley Scott, who obviously has made some of the greatest films in cinema, in my opinion. I loved Gladiator. I even loved Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut. First up, apologies if I sound weird. I have a bit of an ulcer on my tongue. I bit it the other night and it really hurts to talk, but I'm going to get through this. So, Napoleon, I went to see it last night. I was really looking forward to seeing this movie. I'm a big Ridley Scott fan and a big Joaquin Phoenix fan. And the subject matter of this film is just gargantuan. It's one of these films that most famously Stanley Kubrick tried to make a film about Napoleon and never succeeded. It's been a bit like Lord of the Rings was before Peter Jackson did it. It was like the unfilmable film. Well, this has finally come out and I have mixed feelings about it. There are some elements of this film that are absolutely outstanding, like so good to look at. The battle scenes are incredible. Some of the drama in it is really good, quite funny in places. Vanessa Kirby delivers an astounding performance as Josephine, Napoleon's lover, and Joaquin Phoenix has some exceptional moments in this movie. However, this is a 2.5 hour movie and it feels like 4. In fact, Ridley Scott is releasing a 4-hour cut of this movie on Apple TV Plus. Now, this is where I am going to place a bet. Kingdom of Heaven, the theatrical version, is one of Ridley Scott's worst films because the heart and soul of it is in the extended cut, which was ripped out of it for the theatrical. If you went to the theatre to see Kingdom of Heaven and you've never given this film a second chance, go and watch the extended version of this film. Napoleon, I think, has a similar problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video once I've seen the 4-hour cut of Napoleon. It might not still fulfill my expectations, but I got a feeling it's going to be better than this cut of the film I just saw in the theatre. There are bits in this film that just do not explain themselves at all. If you go into this film having zero understanding about French history or about Napoleon in general, if you know about Waterloo, that's as much as I knew. I don't know anything at all about the French Revolution. So it was hard to watch this because I didn't fully grasp what was going on. And it just went over beats as if you were supposed to know them. That's what I felt it felt like. And so there are beats in this film that are just like, oh, well, what was that? Why was that significant? Am I supposed to think that this bit is significant? And these are the things that are missing. It's not telling us what's going on. It's also not showing how important what he was doing was to the country as a whole. It's just told to you in a kind of very offhand way rather than being shown to you how he rallied his troops, how he was perceived by the army around him. You get moments of it where he does kind of interact with other people, but they're very few and far between. What this film focuses the most on is his relationship with Josephine and the conquests that he's done, and also just how weird he is. There are a lot of different Napoleons on show here. I think Joaquin Phoenix is trying different things in different scenes. Sometimes he comes off as a bit wimpy and a bit of a petulant child, and other times he comes off as this great enigmatic leader. Now, you can see that the director's trying to do two things here to show his private side and his public-facing side. And I get that, but then again, that's not really kind of shown too well. It just feels a bit hodgepodge. It sounds like I am kind of like, about the film. I think this is a good film. There are moments where actually I laughed out loud, which I wasn't expecting. It has these really great little moments that in the trailer they're there, but they seem serious. And then when they come up in this, it's actually really funny because Napoleon is like being really awkward and a bit weird with these moments that are supposed to have a lot of gravitas to them. But then there are moments in the film that do have a lot of gravitas and have an impact. Once it gets to the battles, oh my God, these battles are amazing. I haven't seen stuff like this for a while, and this is what I'm here for. Ridley Scott knows how to do these big, grand, epic battle sequences. And even though when you talk to a historian, they say, oh, this looks kind of too low level, there's not enough people and stuff. There are shots in this film and you go, wow, look how many people are on the screen. And you can tell in the moments where they've done it for real and it shows. Some of the digital stuff is really good. However, there are moments where I was like, That's digital. And in 2023, when you're talking about Ridley Scott and you're talking about big battle epics, you really shouldn't be able to pick out that kind of stuff anymore. When you're spending this kind of money on a film and you're doing Napoleon, come on. Having said that, there are some great moments. The bit where the cannons are hitting the ice, the guys are like falling under, that whole sequence is really gripping. Waterloo is really well done. I just think they've really outdone themselves with the scale and feeling like you're in the battle and seeing all this blood, and it is really heavy hitting. It doesn't hold back too much. A little shout out to Rupert Everett, who plays the Duke of Wellington. He is exceptional in this, and you can tell he's having a great time. So overall, I thought that Napoleon was entertaining in some respects. It was really slow and just had pacing issues, and at times I was just like, seriously man, stop looking at the relationship, which is, it's overtaking the film, where as an audience member I was more interested in getting to know Napoleon, why he was the way he was, seeing more battles and more kind of him climbing the ranks. But then when him and Vanessa Kirby are together, it is really interesting. I think it's a really cool part of the film. I just think they got the balance wrong, and I feel honestly in my heart of hearts that this 4-hour cut that we have yet to see is going to show us a lot that we just is missing from this film. I'm going to willing to bet that that is the case, and I will let you know in another video. We might have another Kingdom of Heaven on our hands. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Napoleon. If you like this film or you didn't, let me know in the comments. What's your opinion on Napoleon? Some people are saying like it's brilliant and other people are saying it's trash. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think this is pretty good. Over 90% of you watching this video and other videos as well are not subscribed. So please, if you've been watching a few of my videos and you're enjoying what you're seeing, please go and subscribe and obviously like the video. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.